For all you out there charged with possession of cocaine, my condolences. But I have some good news for you because times have changed. And when I started defending drug charges back in 1993, you got some Miami Vice stuff going on, you've got drug cartels, et cetera, and times have changed because now we've got fentanyl, folks. Fentanyl is good news for you cocaine folks in one aspect, and that is cocaine is not treated as harshly as it once was now that fentanyl has been really killing people and it's been crazy. Please avoid it at all costs. I will tell you, one of the bad things about a possession of cocaine charge is that you may find out about 2 months after your arrest, about 3 months after your arrest, that white powdery substance that you had in your possession, allegedly had in your possession, actually has fentanyl in it. Now, I know that you did not know you were doing fentanyl. That is because the people that distribute cocaine have decided to cut it, which means they are going to take a kilogram of cocaine and turn it into 2 kilograms or 3 kilograms of cocaine by adding various protein powders and baking sodas and anything that looks white and powdery. And then they will spice it with a little fentanyl because fentanyl is very powerful and is very cheap. But you will end up with a felony possession of fentanyl case, even though you thought you were just possessing cocaine, if it turns out that these people cut your cocaine with fentanyl, and that sucks because fentanyl is taken very seriously and your punishment goes through the roof. Your possession of cocaine charge here in Florida, it is a felony. You face a max of 5 years in prison. If you're a first offender, you are not going to prison and you are not going to jail. Everything I just said does depend on what county we are dealing with. And I am talking primarily Central Florida. That is where I practice, and that is where I can tell you, if you have a possession of cocaine and you come see somebody like me, you're not going to jail and you're not going to prison on this drug charge. Now, the punishments from there range drastically depending on the circumstances, because sometimes we can get this stuff thrown out. Sometimes they don't want to fight about throwing it out, so you might get a fine and that's it. Other times you might be on drug offender probation. I don't know your facts. I'm not your doctor and you're not my patient, so I don't want to prescribe too much on this video. But the punishment does vary widely here in Central Florida for possession of cocaine. I hope your possession of cocaine doesn't turn into a possession of fentanyl. And also, I'm seeing a lot of residue cocaine cases. Now, what I mean by a residue case is this notion that some of you are thinking that you used all your cocaine, and yet you somehow have kept all the little baggies that it came in. Keeping the baggies that it came in after using all of it is a really bad idea in the state of Florida, because the state of Florida is allowed to arrest you and convict you based on cocaine residue. I can't believe that people keep these baggies around. I understand when you have a fine wine and you want to keep a wine around from the 1980s. Wine people keep stuff around. I get that. But usually cocaine does not stick around like a fine wine. Usually it is bought and it is used. If you don't throw out those baggies, the cops will take their little Q-tip to what you thought was an empty baggie, test it roadside. Oh my gosh, there's cocaine here. Handcuffs go on and they can charge you with possession of cocaine, even though to the naked eye and what you thought was that you had no more cocaine. Like, no, cop, I used all this cocaine, therefore I don't have any to possess. It's in my body. You can't charge me with something in my body unless you're driving, then you're under the influence of it. That is an unfortunate charge. I have lots of ways to maneuver a residue case. I think one of the problems with a residue case is knowledge, right? We all have a wallet of some sort. Most of us still carry cash, though not as much as we used to. And every single bill in your wallet, I guarantee you, has cocaine on it. It has cocaine residue. And therefore, just like a cop charges you for possession of an empty baggie, they could charge you with the residue on a dollar bill if they wanted to. To me, that logic makes no sense. And if you have an empty baggie, you should not be arrested for an empty baggie. That is just not the law in the state of Florida, unfortunately. I have lots of fun, unique challenges to residue cases. And if that's your circumstance in Central Florida, I hope that you'll give my office a call. We are here to help with any sort of drug charge, especially possession of cocaine.